すべてのドラゴン族はこの壺に封印されます。
Hello fellow dragons, welcome to an episode of the Dragon Capture Jar, where I take a random dragon card and talk about it off the cuff. So here is the lovely jar itself, and let's see what's caught for us this week. And we have the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, of course, I only got back into the game during the summer of 2018, so I'm not over, on the top of my head, not overly certain when this card came out, but anyone who plays Blue Eyes decks certainly know about this card. It is a staple. Even with current variants of the Blue Eyes deck, like Blue Eyes Guard Dragons, there's still often room for the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And why not? It's super easy to get out. And while most people use it as a catapult to swap out for other light synchro monsters to continue with their combos, this effect alone is amazing. You have, now it has 3,000 defense, 2,500 attack, which is the opposite of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, but the effect is wonderful. Basically, you essentially lock your opponent out from using the graveyard effects, which is amazing. A lot of decks still rely on the graveyard. And of course, if you were to go into a mirror match with a Blue Eyes deck, well, you can summon your Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon and lock them out from using the effects of their eggs. So, so basically, in mirror matches, it's usually the person who can get this card out first wins. Well, tends to win. I had a few mirror matches where that wasn't the case, but when you look at the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, I just love the artwork. Now, he still looks like the Blue Eyes White Dragon, but a little skinnier. In fact, it almost looks identical to the Dragon Spirit of White, which I'm pretty sure it's, I'm not sure which card was designed first, but I'm pretty sure they're almost one in the same, but with different effects. But I just love how the colors in the wings, I know I'm being over analytical here, but just look at the purple in that and how it shines. It's just, oh wow. And I know in the animated Blue Eyes White Dragon, it's supposed to be a white dragon with blue eyes, but of course they always make it look blue. But this dragon has more of a purplish hue into it. But for the most part, it is white, and it's very ghost-like, so at least it stays true to the Blue Eyes Spirit aspect, and of course when it affects the grave. So yeah, that's quite spiritual. I have received a request to talk about this card, and I just realized it's like, wow, yeah, for a Dragon Duels as myself, why haven't I talked about this card yet? It's such a staple. It's so cool looking, and I just said, okay, listen, I gotta get this card out and talk about it. So of course, when it comes to the Blue Eyes, well, the traditional Blue Eyes build, I've used this. I often use two, although I have seen people who would take one out in favor of something else. But if you're just learning how to play Blue Eyes White Dragon decks, or you're just thinking about, hey, maybe I should give it a try, personally, I recommend at least two of these guys, because anything can happen. They could pop this monster, but of course, if you're going to use the effect to swap him out for another light synchro, hey, further down the line of the duel, you can synchro summon another one, especially if you get any link monsters out to get more than one. So that's very great. So you can get a more powerful monster out, but yet have Spirit Dragon out to negate any graveyard effects, which to me can be quite broken depending on the situation. So I don't know if there are any fellow Blue Eyes players out there. So what do you do? Do you have one, two, or even three? I've never heard of anyone using three before, but hey, maybe use a strategy that revolves around that. So let me know in the comments below. Wonderful card. So as always, it's your Dragon Lady saying to be a good sport. Play the game, not the fame. See ya. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe and be sure to click on the bell for notifications. You can also check me out on Facebook. The link is in the description below. Happy dueling!